Hey folks, how you guys doing? Hope you're all having a great Tuesday morning as usual. Last week was a crazy busy week, which it's good to be busy. Busy means you're being productive. This week will probably not be a busy week, and I'll get into the reason why in just a little bit. But first, let's see. Last week we did a tool talk video on the shop vac versus the Festool vacuum. Not really a versus comparison, but that's one of those situations to where the question is obviously not which one is better, but which one is more appropriate for my uses. That's the more appropriate question. And it was more common sense than anything. So, and just the word Festool, it still boggles my mind at how much Festool in the woodworking realm is the same thing as going to a Ford car show and talking about Chevrolet, or going to a Chevrolet car show and talking about Ford. It's such a decisive brand as far as the woodworking realm goes. But like I said, the video was more or less a common sense video. After that, on Friday, we did a video on building a shop stool at Sean Stone's shop. Shop stool, Sean Stone's shop. And that was a project that was unexpected, like I said, and it was just so much fun. Me and my shop, I tried to be a little bit to the point and direct. I really enjoy woodworking, I really enjoy what I do, but when it comes to making and the project and the videos, I've got a job to do and I've got to get this job done, so it's kind of like a straight arrow path. And sometimes just getting off of that path and having fun and just being a little different is very welcoming. And that was a fun night. It was about a month ago, but it was a very fun night hanging out with those guys. And hey, we created a project that was actually very useful and functional. So win-win there. The video was pretty well received. Like I said, it wasn't a planned video, so I didn't have much preparation as far as the audio goes, and there's a lot of giggles and laughs and a little bit of inappropriate stuff in the background that I had to remove from the audio. So the best situation was for me to just narrate voice over the whole video, which I think that's like the second or third, I think it's the third time I've ever done that. And that one turned out the best one, I think, as far as the narration go that I've ever done as far as that style. But that's difficult, man. I find it so much easier to, as I'm working, just narrate into the camera and then cut the video from it and then use that audio on the clips if I'm doing that particular type of narration. Once it's all done and then narrating afterwards, like Bob Claggett does in his videos mostly, man, that's tough. That's not for me. I can't do it that much. But that video was a success. It was a lot of fun. Saturday was the Around the Web post on my website, so that's like 4 days of content last week. And then Sunday, I released the air cleaner cart video. And I did that on Saturday. Saturday was a crazy day. I started at 9 a.m. I wanted to start at like 6 or 7 when I got up that morning. Excuse me. But just Murphy's Law was kicking my butt. I wasn't really feeling too well. But I worked through the day on that one. It took me 15 hours, about 9 o'clock until 10 minutes after midnight to build the project, obviously record it, edit the video, get all the images, write the article, and have everything scheduled. And it was like 10 after midnight, which was great because my self-imposed deadline was midnight because I had to wake up early the next morning, which was Sunday, to go to a friend of mine's house, which I'll get into in just a minute. Because I was gone all day Sunday, I didn't really get a chance to read all the comments and feedback on the air cleaner cart, but I think a couple things that did come up occasionally from when I was just glancing was the exhaust of the air cleaner cart is so close to the floor and concerns about it stirring up dust. I don't know if it's because of the way that the impeller is moving, but the air path is like on a 30-degree angle or so, something like that. It's way off the ground. I could put a piece of paper. Actually, let me just show you real quick. Alright, so the cart is pretty quiet, actually. And if I use a piece of paper on the floor, it doesn't really move hardly at all. The air draft is, like I said, going like this. So the air is more in this direction than it is on the floor. All of this dust right here, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a bunch of dust on the floor. None of it's moved at all. So the air cleaner cart is working great. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Finally got the chance to get it done. Happy about that. Moving on, that's all previous stuff. Oh, so that was released on Sunday. Sunday morning I woke up really early and headed to Jackson, Mississippi, which is a couple hours drive, to visit a buddy of mine, Wayne Brown. He's got a pretty cool two-car garage shop just like mine. Pretty well equipped, and I had the intention of shooting 2 videos there. And you know, that's the second time that I've gone to his shop with the intention of shooting video and not shooting video. So this time, it's just so much fun being there. The guy's a really good woodworker, and he's also a businessman. So this being my business, and I guess a small business owner or whatever, it's really good to have, I find our conversations great, both business conversations and woodworking. So it's just so much fun to get wrapped up in that. And then about halfway through the day, after we're talking about a bunch of stuff, his shop was very distributed, I guess you could say. All of his tools were distributed, his power tools, bunch of little islands through his shop. And just about everything had to be plugged in and dust collection hooked up in order to use it. And previously, a couple times ago that I went there, I mentioned that how well that this little island setup that I have going on, where most of my main tools are in this little island. My assembly table, my table saw, the bandsaw, and then the planer, and how they're all hooked up at all times and they're working just great in this layout. And how much that saves space. So we got to talking about that again, and then he's like, well, let's just do it real quick, let's rearrange it. So I was like, yeah, heck yeah, let's do it. So we rearranged the shop real fast. Not real fast, but we rearranged his shop, and man, it was so cool. So we gained, in his shop, he gained about, I think it was like 13 feet by 9 feet of open space in the back. And then also, not only did he gain that open space that he previously didn't have, but the way we have everything laid out now, he's got everything hooked up. So he's got all of his power tools hooked up, ready to go. You just flip a switch, ready to go. All the dust collection is hooked up, ready to go. So everything is in the state to where you walk up and you use it. So we were pumped about that. But by the time we got all that done, the day was pretty much over. I was already wore out, wasn't really feeling too well, and had to go. So ended up not shooting anything. So I plan on going back again later this week, next weekend. I think next weekend is supposed to be a long weekend, so I'll probably go back then. And at that point, my objective is to shoot those 2 videos. I really want to get those 2 videos shot, and I'll show you guys his shop. I know it kind of doesn't make any sense for me to talk about it here without you guys seeing it. But overall, a very, very productive day yesterday. But like I said, I've been feeling like crap. So I've had this nasty cough since the 2nd week in April. And I'm not one to go to the doctor, just fight through it and it'll go away kind of thing. Well, this finally did not go away, and it got really bad. My wife talked me into going to the doctor, so I went this morning. Come to find out, I got bronchitis. They gave me a breathing treatment, and they gave me a shot in my hip and some medications and stuff like that. So I felt like really bad this morning, but that breathing treatment, whatever shot they give me, I feel like amazing right now. I feel like I'm on cloud 9. So I figured I'd go ahead and get this video shot while I still feel good. But that also means no tool talk this week, and also I'm not going to do anything for the next 3 or 4 days. Just relax, chill, and hopefully not bore myself to death. And hopefully I don't do anything until Thursday, probably Friday. And once Friday rolls around, I'll kind of reevaluate the situation. If I'm feeling better, then I will probably try and make a video for this weekend for Friday and Saturday for Sunday's publish. But if Friday rolls around and I'm not feeling any better, then no video, which is totally fine. But that's all I got for you guys this week. Not much else to say. So you guys take care. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.